Hello, how are you doing? Today we will be talking about Spawn and what is all inside of it today. And so, I don't know if you read any of the intro words yet or downloaded it. I hope you guys can all download the Mega app or the other Terrorbox app. I decided to start using that one because I had more space on it and I somehow ran out of my mega space. But for all my characters to be like somebody, they will all have this same awesome words in them. And then each character will have some of the same cool and awesome powers that they all have that I throw in there from other subs. But then each one, because they're who they are, will have their own powers also. Alright, so in the sub I combine all these different words from Cole Michelson's page. It's the become omnipotent in your reality, the almighty subliminal, and the visionary subliminal. Become like Batman subliminal, and then become an SNK box. And in another word, part of it, it says that it mixes SNK boss and Chuha Bach, plus his confidence subliminal, plus Bane, limitless intelligence, plus alpha male words. Almighty and visionary. That's from the show Bleach. This guy named Juha Bach has this awesome ability called the Almighty. You don't know what that is? In the show, Almighty is an ability that lets you, the user, see every possible future and any future he wanted, and instantly bringing that future into the present, and thus overriding the current reality with the future. If he sees the future, the current reality going like he wants it, basically. And he's like, oh, what? I didn't imagine this. How is this happening? It was a very powerful, that when he got killed, the Almighty allowed him to pick a future where he wasn't dead, and thus he immediately came back to life, because the future where he didn't die became the new reality. This subliminal won't allow you to see every future, but like Doctor Strange, he sat there, he had time, and he saw all those possible every futures. He had time, and he meditated with the Almighty ability, became a master at it. You could have that kind of ability with it, I think. That's the full extent. That it will allow you to bring any future that you want into your present through your imagination. Present, ignoring cogitation. This means that you can use Almighty to choose a future where all of your dreams come true. Subliminals work extremely fast for you that way, and you're very happy, etc. And you make the future override your current reality, changing it to your reality. You imagine and create with the help of understanding that cool manifestation video that I shared to you guys. And then he wrote, I recommend watching this subliminal before and after a subliminal, because it's kind of like a booster in a way at the same time. Because it'll help you get fast results because you are choosing the reality where the subliminal already worked. And then on that part it says, so basically the concept of quantum physics where every possible future already exists, and you become the version of yourself, where every possible future already exists, and we just choose one that we want to vibrate. And over time, you learn to change your reality the whole concept of those videos I shared and listen to the sub. And then just to have more cool, awesome claws. Every character I make, I become like Roar X23 and have claws come out of your hands. And then just to be different, I added claw. You can make spikes come out of your feet if you wanted to, like boots. I don't know how they come out of your front of your feet somewhere, underneath your feet, above your feet somewhere, but they can come out front of your feet or back behind your feet. Alright. And if you don't know what a visionary ability is, visionary is the ability to warp your reality to your liking, just like thinking it, just by thinking it. It's a present version of the Almighty, basically, but with more affirmations. So it's a better version that he made. Then he made a cool omnipotent in your reality, and that has two effects, he said. He says it will give you the ability to create your own reality, and then whoever you transfer to exist there will exist there, basically. And then it says this subliminal can be used in one or two ways. The first way is that you can keep living in your current reality that you live in, but you can now do anything and you can choose any reality. You can defy logic, reason, etc. You can basically become a god, the closest thing to a god in the current reality. The second way is to use it to create an actual different reality and become an omnipotent god of it because you created it. And then he said he made this so for those who don't want to create a separate reality can still get the benefits of this subliminal in our current reality world. Our reality. So the subliminal is kind of like an enhanced version of the Almighty also. For the Batman subliminal, he wrote this description, kind of short. Well, this subliminal turns you into the legendary Batman himself. The subliminal is like a combo of a bunch of his other subliminals into one super video to make you into Batman. It's a mix of SNK Boss, Chuhabak, Confidence, Bane, Limitless Intelligence, Alpha Male, Alpha Female, plus Complete Confidence. This should turn you into a Batman, basically for his all characteristics. When you read the words, you'll have every advantage a person could ask for. You will be a genius. Tells you kind of cool words to being smart. Cool words about being good with money and rich. Strong like Bane is attractive, extremely confident, fearless, and always win because you're Batman. And then for the SNK boss, if you don't know what SNK boss is, this will turn you into an SNK boss for those who don't know. An SNK boss is like those characters in a video game, usually an extra final boss that you didn't know about that the creators threw in as a glitch in some games or all games or whatever, It's incredibly unfair. It could be even at a game system or it was at an arcade place. And you run into an SNK boss. Designed to steal your money. If you have one life bar, they will have 3. They can heal and have a strong uppercut. They will always have one more dose of damage and surrounded by lightning in the games. Or, they can cancel your attack. When you attack them, they attack, you do way less damage because their defense is so high. It's just a mega overpowered, unfair character in the game, or like all that. And then let's see, starts talking about you in the sense. So when it comes to social areas, you'll be incredibly attractive and magnetic. When it comes to money, you'll always have an abundance. And somehow, always have money. When it comes to wealth, you will be immune to disease and pain and aging. When it comes to intelligence, you'll be super smart. And anything you set out to learn, you learn it fast and instantly. Like you remember it easy and fast. Almost like once, even sometimes. One time through you'll get it. Like you're just like reading the whole, you're scanning the page, glancing at it, speed reading, scanning it.
Alright, so that was the end of what is the basis of the cool powers and abilities that you get for every kind of character. And then there is this cool, awesome template that I created. I will share with you guys, but you'll read anyways. Here's what the words say. I am now creating the absolute master version of a whoever, ever known or not known to man, or a man. I am instantly and as fast as possible. I am, you are the ultra, super, absolute, upgraded version of whoever. This subliminal is just like the magic potion / serum from the original TV show that changed Lucian into a super upgraded original hybrid, basically. This subliminal works like magic more. It's going to awaken inside of me, inside of you, come to life in every cell, every strand of my DNA, every part of your DNA being from the inside and out. I'm now learning and mastering myself and control my new powers and abilities of being at the school with my master desired teachers. At the new school I will go to in dreams. I will learn in time all of my new powers and abilities in the dreams I have in the Proteus Mastery School of Subliminals, just like as if you're going to an X-Men school or any other cool special school of learning, like the X-Men school or Harry Potter's Hogwarts or some other cool show, that or book, any kind of magical place. Or not magical place, because the X-Men wasn't a magical school, but everyone had abilities, so it's the same kind of aspect. So like whatever kind of school you think of, you'll see different aspects of that kind of school around you somehow, like magic, because I wrote it. And then this is like my version of a forced combo of telling your body to become that way. And so it says, I want to become just like whoever you want to be like. I guess I'll say Spawn, since this is a Spawn Subliminal. I need to be just like Spawn. Just like a Spawn, I ask to become Spawn. I demand to become a Spawn. I force to become a Spawn. I am now to be just like a Spawn. I am feeling to be just like a Spawn. I am absorbing the new energies of to be just like a Spawn. I am now intaking the full aspects of to be just like a Spawn. My DNA in being inside and out. My absolute to be just like a Spawn is what I want to have now a part of my DNA in being inside and out. My absolute to be, just like a spawn, is what I need to have now part of my DNA and being inside and out. My absolute to be, just like a spawn, is what I command to have now part of my DNA and being inside and out. My absolute to be, just like a spawn, is what I ask to have now part of my DNA and being inside and out. My absolute to be, just like a transcendent spawn, is what I demand to have now part of my DNA and being inside and out. My absolute to be, just like a spawn, is what I force to have now part of my DNA and being inside and out. My absolute to be, just like a spawn, is what I am now feeling to have now part of my DNA being inside and out. My absolute to be, just like a spawn, is what I am experiencing now, more every day. My absolute to be, just like a spawn, is what I have absorbed. My absolute to be, just like a spawn, is what new aspects I have now part of my DNA and being inside and out. My absolute to be, just like a spawn, is the best ever version of a spawn. My absolute to be, just like a spawn, is what I have the best form. I am, you are, now becoming just like a spawn, every day faster and faster, from the inside of your mind, body, soul, cells, and DNA, to the outside of your mind, body, soul, cells, and DNA. I am, you are now, mastering and learning your powers and abilities in dream, but I will have them fully master your powers and abilities when I am awake, when you are awake. You are now learning and mastering and creating and becoming just like Spawn, the ultra, the mega, super, absolute upgraded, absolute master version, absolute divine version, the most spiritual version, most positive, the most good, most happy, the most light being version, the most enlightened version, the best at everything version, the most advanced mind, body, and soul, and higher self version, the most loving, most fastest, most strong, most smart, the one or ones who are immortal and gained immortality versions, absolute godly, the version or that had the most powers, abilities, skills, knowledge, the one or ones who mastered all of their powers and everything about them to master at their highest levels to use and using them version. Transcendent, highest DNA activation version of be the most powerful variant, soul split, soul duplicate, soul shard, soul part, soul essence, or cloned version, soul fragment, or any other word used to say another version or of one soul and body, of its whole or not whole being self, or any timeline from books, comic books, movies, or any TV shows or cartoons, universe, or multiverse, and anime, of all the powers, abilities from them all, from any books, comic books, movies, or any TV shows or cartoons and anime, of this earth and all over the earths and planets of this dimension earth reality, and all other earth dimension realities and planets from other dimensions of reality, universes or multiverses, and all those other variants, soul split, soul duplicate, soul shard, soul fragments, soul part, soul essence, or cloned version, or any other words used to say any other version of one soul in that body, of its whole or not whole self being, from all those other timelines, realities, dimensions, or universes, or multiverse, from any books, of comic books, movies, or any other TV shows and universes or multiverses are anyway soul split, soul duplicate, soul shard, soul part, soul essence, or clone version, soul fragments, or any other words used to say any other version of oneself and body of its whole or not whole self, of the powers, abilities, knowledge, magic, skills, information they all have into this body, into you, into me, as fast as possible, every day, every second, more and more faster, from the inside out of your mind, brain, body, cells, and everything about your whole 4 body systems. And that is one giant paragraph that I repeated for the top short version that I just said. You know, that big paragraph is in between with the character that you are to be like, that I had this up for, as this one is Spawn. So it goes to that short intro set of words of asking and becoming is forcing and saying inside and out. So basically, the version of Spawn you are becoming is the ultimate best version. So I could end the sub right here. I didn't have to technically add any other words if I wanted to be a short sub. But I can't do that. I have all these words, so I use them. So after that, it goes into the cool characteristics of those base subs above of Batman and Omnipotence and SMK, describing those abilities to have, you know, with that character. And when you're reading the version in the words, that whole paragraph is so big to read over and over. There's no way I could make that whole paragraph fit and go through the entire sub itself. That would make the whole words super massively big as a text file, and I couldn't make it into words. Because I'd have to make it into 20, you know, at least 10 files. Because the base file would turn into like 50 megabytes, 60 megabytes big, because of that big paragraph through every other sub. A describing of the version that you are of that person is too much to add. So after you get past all those words for those subs, I added inside from the fandom website the powers of Spawn. And that is what I will go through real quick in case you don't know what it says on the fandom website. Alright. Hopefully most of you read some of the comics and saw the movie that came out. So if you did, you would know by those Spawn had to sell his soul and he got killed in the movies and comics and became a hell Spawn. But in this subliminal, you are not someone or becoming someone who is going to sell your soul. There is no words in this subliminal that mention you to sell your soul, or you're going to summon, or some kind of deal you're going to make, or anything like that. There's no words that talk about you doing that in a dream or at the school of subliminals. Nothing like that is going to happen to you. This actually has only one set of subliminal words. A short one I made is a combo of the whole thing. It's a combo of being a hell spawn. It says that, hell spawn. But it's a hybrid, it says, of being that without selling your soul. Just meaning that you have that, those powers and abilities of it without being a demon. You can tap into that side. You have to have the yin and the yang side of you. But because you're all 99%, even more 99.99%, unless is everything else, only says the base spawn divine version, the angel version, God version, warrior God spawn version, all the way through it. So you don't have to die to become a spawn. I don't know what will happen technically, how the process, the whole thing will work of becoming a spawn. I can't exactly say how that's going to work. But he has, in the movies and comics, super strength, speed, and durability. Super stats. Basically, his whole body is supernatural. Strength, speed, everything, dexterity, agility, reaction. He can regenerate. His body is pretty durable, but it seems like bullet in the movies, bullet holes still happen in his body, but he heals. Which kind of sucks that it takes his energy, as from the necroplasm energy itself, to heal. So basically, anytime he gets hurt, he has to use his only reservoir of necroplasm to heal, which inevitably runs down the amount he has altogether in that universe to use. But as a hellspawn, and you're not a hellspawn, so you're good. But it says online that you're able to heal even the most fatal wound in an instant. Even heal after being incinerated by an anti-spawn from the cartoons or movies. And heal from continuous stabs by any weapon or with a huge piece of metal, and you'll survive via healing. You are even able to heal after getting ripped apart if that somehow happens to you. As a spawn, you can regenerate entire holes in your chest, broken arms, a missing heart, a blown out kneecap, instantly with the use of your necroplasm. Then before and after each of these words, I added a cool intro for the powers. And I'm sure, as you can see in the video, this is a long video. I don't know how long it's going to be until the end, but I'm supposed to, it'll stop. I'll see you. So other than regeneration, Spawn also has a healing ability that he can use to heal anyone's injuries and their wounds. You're able to restore a child's entire chest cavity, something like that, or like a fatal gunshot. And over time, through meditation and focus, work hard in your healing, you're actually able to bring the person back to life in a given stressful situation if you practice healing and harness that power. And it was that felt right to do, not saying it's bad to do or not bad to do. But once you fully master the results of everything in the subliminal, you would know the appropriate time to use or not use that to bring someone back to life. I'm not saying someone wouldn't deserve to come back to life, or not deserve to come back to life. Spawn, normal base, not normal, but his known common attack is his cool energy manipulation. But you can use different sizes. And you can use the blast as a movement as well. You can destroy an entire floor across the city, able to absorb all types of energy, and even if needed in the comic book universe, he could absorb the energy of hell to help protect and defend people against negative forces and evil beings. At some time, I don't know when he gained the full force of gaining hell energy to use, but over time, that can happen for you if we need it to protect people, or if you need it. And as you know, since he's got from hell, he's got fire manipulation like Ghost Rider. So you can create and breathe fire, or hellfire, or holy divine fire. And it said in there in the words that you can even combust the human brain. You can blow the entire horde of men with your firepower, like he did incinerate Violator. You can create awesome illusions of yourself to do whatever, and you can even, in the comic book said, or comic books, he used it to create figures of himself, and even create different scary versions, whatever kind of illusions you want to create, basically. Scary or nice. You can teleport over time. You'll learn how to teleport and master that. You'll become able to learn how to be invisible and phase through objects in the environment. And it said somehow you can also phase your fist inside of a person's body and do whatever good or bad inside of it. Can have time manipulation by Spawn, but also later in the Subliminal, when I get to it, there's more words that talk about time manipulation also. Spawn has telepathy. He's got empathy, spiritual force manipulation, That's kind of a long one, so I'll leave that as a surprise for you to read. But I'll read a little bit. Nope, changed my mind. You have to read that one. Trace scattering. You're able to look like into a spider or a corpse or something like that. You can see the past and can foresee the crime scenes happening. It's kind of like a form of psychometry, but just by like looking at the aftermath of something. But I'm pretty sure that's using in conjunction through consciousness at the same time your time slip ability above. And as you know, his cape, his suit, has shape-shifting abilities and transform into various illusional and physical forms to camouflage him or make him claws for protection or turn into bats like in Dracula Untold, if you saw that movie. Or saw his motorcycle turn into a giant protection shield and a spike to ram into the semi-truck Violator was driving. For this one, I'm not sure the full extent. You have to learn and master it. But he can do materialization. And the most of that I saw was in the comic books. But I don't really remember the comic books because I don't have them anymore. But, you can see him in a movie. He can create spikes and swords for offense. When you focus hard enough and do it in the heat of a battle or during a meditation or sparring practice training. After school, in class and out of class. Spawn can do transmutation. He developed precognition sometime, which doesn't really display that in the movie. A lot of these you don't even get to see in the movie. Telekinesis. You definitely don't see this in the movie. Reality warping and dimensional manipulation. But he does kind of have dimensional travel in the movie because he travels from Earth to Hell through the fire pit. But you don't get to see any other version of that. In the comics, he learned how to do power pistol, but I don't see how wise that would need to do. But he can give a fraction of his power to others, but at the same time he can do the reversal and steal powers or energy from demons and other hell spawns who are doing bad stuff. He can communicate with animals. It's called zoopathy, if you don't know that word. Can do ecokinesis, controlling the different aspects of the earth. Life force absorption. I hope you guys all know what that basically is. It's kind of self-explanatory. But even though I write even though the words give a description, they kind of try to turn those description words into subwords at the same time. Instead of all the times it says he, or you, or him, or them words, I changed it all to be as a sub, as you. It says he has nigh omnipotence, psychokinesis, shape size. Then I wrote in mine, divine godly limitless necroplasm. And then I repeated all of those words 3 times in the sub. Alright, so after all of those words are repeated 3 times, there is also different physiology words and words about how you look in there a few different times. So I added the L physiology words that I have, and I just simply changed L into Spawn with the edit replace option. So you have awesome divine body like Spawn. And also, because you didn't sell your soul, your body is not all burned up. You're still going to look exactly the same. But you'll have your own custom Spawn armor, however way you want to look. And I'll explain how that is later on when I get there, because you are Spawn's armor, yes. Alright, so the next part is a bunch of masculine looks, and it goes into you have some muscular system of yourself. And then let's see, talking about healing. So the sub goes into healing because it talks about their miracle, any kind of stuff like that. If you don't know what the miracle sub is, the link is above at the top. And then it goes into the love train, Subliminal, that Cole made. It's got a lot of cool words about luck. Dumping. Next is, talking about life is fun, natural, fun, complex, easy. Then it goes into a bunch of the booster words about, this first one is law of attraction words. It's about a booster word, about transforming and fulfilling the desired affirmations. 2 time chamber subs. An amplifying effects booster. Manifesting in my dreams. Creating a reality with your mind. Turning your thoughts, using your thoughts to create things. You will. A booster about absorbing infinite affirmations. I believe that was the one that Eli made. The one about positive affirmations always work for you. Responding to affirmations. Subconscious quickly soaks up affirmations. The one about lucid dreams. Subliminal booster. Another law of attraction. Intentions, amplifying, manifesting my dreams, creating reality in your mind, positive affirmations work for you, I'm just going through the sub on my laptop here and reading if I can the first couple lines of each sub. So by listening to this, you'll know what's in the booster sub that I made before. You to fully master your powers, destroy the matrix, being safe in crowds, sharp wit, more lucid dreams again, just repeating words sometimes. I don't know why, I just have them more than once or twice. Assertive words, like getting improvement every day in every way, improving in different cool ways, releasing different things, guilt, anger, being free from anger towards your parents if you have it any, just releasing your past, more words, kind of, and then healthy words like I eat healthy, sleep healthy, drink healthy, and other kind of aspects. Ways to help control your thoughts and think of happiness and abundance, positivity, and good, all positive ways. And then there's also one to help your eyes focus, like a telescope. And that 20/20 vision, your eyes improve. The 20/20 vision, or perfect vision. Focus words. An awesome one to balance your chakras, raise your vibration. From there, the miracle again. Let's hit without adding the person's word name. And an awesome warrior of God words. I could have added warrior spawn of God, but I just left it as warrior of God in there. It's really cool words you like. Cleansing evil entities and rejecting them and blocking them, and putting up a shield and rejecting them and banishing them. Acknowledging your feelings about different things, and being open to yourself, and thinking about yourself and energy and feelings. Open yourself up to that purity of your soul and shield against bad energy. Get in touch with your guardian angels. Get in touch with the inner light. Release the trap of duality kind of words. Cool one about releasing the opinions of others and not letting those kind of things affect you in negative ways. Keeping a positive frame state of mind, not letting that, don't let their negativity try to lower your level. Don't let, they can't reach your level, but they can try to bring you down. Or they want to try to bring you down to their level, but they can't. Words to help you develop and master your supernatural powers in your dreams better. Words to help activate your DNA. Cool words called the chosen one. I am gifted, I am unique, I have unique talent. I will help people. You are gifted, you defeat evil, lead people against evil, help humanity defeat evil, rally people, All these subs are about helping yourself improve yourself, no matter what character it is. They're going to be not the version that's only in a comic book, only in a movie. It's my version of them. So if you want to use my subs, you're going to be beyond anything else that anybody else is going to create. Unless they have all these words to use. It's a really good one about reversing traumatic events and helping you heal and all kind of different cool words about that, and helping you release negative emotions, having absolute freedom, and declaring liberty, and being reunited with your other soul fragments that I was talking about above. But this is like a whole sub about retrieving them and bringing them back, and having them help bring back to you, while later on you use the binary beat that I can share with you to help you do it even more, as you would listen to it later too. This one's just a full balancing of your body with your body of not the chakras, helping you be, not let life. So after you help get healed from all that past trauma, you become more of a kind person. You become more gentle and compassionate and understanding, and then you want to inspire others. What kind of words? Be resilient, strong, powerful, unbreakable. Reasoning is dominant. Kind of words. Two more subs about being lucky. I have by George Hutton. They're pretty cool. Mental toughness words. Get rid of common fears and generate massive wealth kind of words. Perfect health, all systems, be healthy. Some unstoppable willpower. Some powerful immune system. Turbocharge your metabolism. Free yourself from restrictive arguments and tactic consent subliminal affirmations. So this is also the reason why I can't make a video or copy all these words and make it into a text file, because it's just too big. It's much easier and funner, I think, to do this and read it to you. And you'll be listening to the James Bond subliminal as you listen to my words. Also, if you feel that you're not gorgeous for some strange reason, you may not feel that way, or not some strange reason, there's reasons why you feel that way, either by other negative people making you feel that way. But if you feel that way, and it's strange that you can't get rid of it because of all that, but you'll heal it, and then there's heal words to make you feel that way even more, because it makes you have it gorgeous. So, you are gorgeous is the name of the subliminal. So like a beautiful body too, and smile, posture, voice. Capturing attention of people. Love train is in there again. Maximum transformation booster. Also has a whole set of smart words to be super smart. And then verbal speaking skills to be good at talking. And then words to make your bones proto-adamantium and vibranium durability. Wakandan vibranium. It doesn't say with no negative effects, but I wouldn't think you would be having any negative effects. Cool, grounded with source reality, upgraded, evolved, adapted, supernatural, hunter physiology. Short, cool words. And, like above, it says in the title, angel physiology. So, this is the angel part of the subliminal has transcendent angel and angel lord physiology with the angel powers of Lucifer and the other angels of the supernatural TV show. And if you don't know what the transcendent angel lords have, I just easily said I am now becoming like a transcendent angel, an angel lord physiology, and I just copied both pages because that's a different page. It's transcendent angel and then angel lord physiology. It's two different pages. This is both combined powers. And then he says, I now have, and then boom. And I didn't just list it over and over as one big long list because I wanted to make it be more realistic. Just so I just separated it and had it a few powers at a time and then keep saying over and over, I am now becoming like our transcendent angel and I now have absolute condition, immortality, angelic force, manipulation, creation, divine force manipulation, divine slayer. Everything is divine or transcendent and angelic or godly for the powers. Slayer, presence, protection, divinity, enlightenment, empathic voice, halo generation, absolute life, haven, lordship, angel manipulation, holy voice, abominable will, nigh omnipotence again, and nigh omniscience, omnibenevolence, omnifurious, prime being, primordial force manipulation, singularity, primordial light manipulation, sanctification, self-sufficiency, more telekinesis, more teleportation, surgery, wing manifestation, light, angel physiology, holy fire manipulation, light element manipulation, supernatural condition, wing manifestation, again, angelic force manipulation, angel manipulation, angel creation, summoning, angelic magic, divine magic, white arts, angelic force manipulation, virtue manipulation, banishment, decelerated aging or semi-immortality, divine enlightenment manipulation, dream manipulation, and element and energy physiology, healing, health optimization, invisibility, mediumship, mental manipulation, purification, and salvation. Some more telepathy, psychic navigation, virtue embodiment, some kind of cool weapon manipulation, weather manipulation, more immortality, more invulnerability and more intangibility, some omnifurious, some kind of holy possession, quintessence force, life force generation, supernatural condition, some more teleportation, awesome beauty, supernatural combat, durability, strength, more wing manifestation and elemental wing manifestation and multiple wings. Also, as a bonus, for being an angel lord, you have absolute beauty, angelic force manipulation again, more supernatural condition, body chemistry manipulation, hormone manipulation, pheromone manipulation, relative appearance alteration, true love visage, divine force manipulation again, ether, it doesn't say ether only, it's A-E, but it's probably just ether, maybe even. Ether manipulation. Impurity, destruction, miracle manipulation. Passion manipulation of a non-malevolent nature. Pleasure manipulation. All of these ones are of non-malevolent nature, because you're also a love angel. As being an angel lord, you have powers of love and desire and lust to cause people to feel more. So it's got all these cool powers like that. Passion manipulation, pleasure manipulation, lust manipulation, sex appeal combat. Pectokinetic combat, sex empowerment, tantric metabolism, seduction, induction, orgasm inducement, tantric manipulation, angel mode, angelic force manipulation, angelization, creation magic, destruction magic, animacy, divine element manipulation, divine territory, divine weaponry, and holy gift. I'm not sure what your holy gift will be. I didn't open that one up and read it. So good luck on that one. If you want to look it up online, you can. Magical energy absorption, mysticism, positive force manipulation, some more reality warping, awesome smite ability, angel lord spell casting and creation, white arts, creation and destruction powers, absolute will, divine empowerment, force manipulation, insight, territory, weaponry, and divinity. Your healing prayer power is awesome. If you don't feel like just, healing somebody, you can pray for them, I'm guessing, and then you can do it that way to help them even more. Holy gift, illusion manipulation, magic absorption, miracle performing, necromancy, morality warping, sacred energy manipulation, barrier magic, medical magic, aura reading, blessing manipulation, elemental magic, mystical healing, purification magic, exorcism, anti-evil aura, salvation, possession immunity, restoration magic, sanctification, almighty infusion, strong heart, pure heart, spell negation, supernatural priest physiology, supernatural shrine maiden, median, divine territory again, more holy voice, impurity, destruction, absolute attack, conceptual attack, absolute defense, adaptive weaponry, force manipulation again, magic, or manipulation for energy, infusion, demonic slayer, element manipulation, some more empowerment, divine slayer, cosmic telepathy, magic, intuition, omni manipulation, power, immunity, magic immunity, transcendent mage physiology, absolute condition, absolute force manipulation, absolute immortality, almighty ascension, causality manipulation, cosmic awareness, logic manipulation, meta probability manipulation, totality manipulation, one-man army, power manifestation, weapon summoning, calming, weapon proficiency, weaponry, refinement, worthiness, enchantment, enchantment. Your true self physiology words that I like to use. It's a combo sub by itself. I just add somebody else's name. It's really just a true self sub. I just add somebody else's name in front of true self, so it kind of makes it incorporate that even stronger inside somebody. Specified for each person to be even cooler. And then grounded with the core earth was a sub. Added somebody else's name in it. It's really cool. So that whole sub was a sub all by itself. So it has, once again, all the cool words of Almighty and the Halo Wolverine suiting factor in it. Roy and Lloyd ability of yourself. Of let you copying people's anything to yourself. Allows you to copy anything that I hear about, it allows you to learn anything you want to have better. And then you can teach the other person how to do that once you master it. And then let's get the Seraphim Angel Subliminal Words. All their cool powers as a sub. So it's got Seraphim words, supernatural words, angel lord words. I didn't even say that above. But it says angels from supernatural, Seraphim. And those alone are really cool powers and abilities. And what's really sad is when I found this sub words and I was like, what? It could be an angel, like from supernatural? I want those words. Because you don't even see all of these powers in the show. But they had all these powers, and it's so cool. Some of them you do see, so it is neat. You see some of them. And then, yes, it even has words in it to have your own angel blade to manifest. So that will be really cool for anybody in the show. You not just have your own Spawn weapons, you have your own Spawn angel sword from Supernatural that you could design that way through that one arsenal of a weapon you can use. Some more keen senses, words, zoom in your eyes, about running and lifting, all these different sub-words about how cool your characteristics are for your physical being. I'm not sure how it works for the subs. We have numbers, how it writes it, because it just says 9000. Whenever you have, Argo says 900, how that correlates in your sub brain to work. Sometimes I leave the word numbers and turn them into words, and sometimes I don't. So it's got all those, and then it says the powers and abilities of Lucifer as depicted in the Supernatural show. And I was like, wow, he was actually way more powerful. There's no way they could have beat him. But it's a show. So course, they beat him eventually. And next in the sub is really awesome. It is the Super Omnikinesis Master Subliminal. So it's got like an A through A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, some P, some Q, R, some S, T, U, V, ends at V for the kinesis powers. All of them there are awesome. There was one page I found before that had all these other cool kinesis abilities, but they're like really like technical ones that they're all awesome, somehow different than these ones, some of them, but some of these ones I think if you look them up correlate aspects of all those other ones, but then some of them they might not. But there's some of them that I was reading are like, wow, they're kind of more like elemental nature, Mother Nature powers that you'd want to have to, you know, have as your job of controlling and helping nature. Kind of like more, but all kind of different weird ones too. Some more chosen words. This one is a neat one. It's a hybrid sub of having hybridism physiology that was more actually made to be a vampire that I turned into being Spawn physiology with being a hybrid. So that was really cool, being descriptive, powerful aspects of yourself, and you can fly and being strong and immune to things, adapting to all your environments. More supernatural strength, body stuff, words, some telepathy words, some immune to magic words. It's a good one I added for being your powers getting stronger with age. Some master of hand-to-hand combat words. Next is creating genetically enhanced physiology words, becoming like healing factor. Talking about how you can heal some more. So just a lot of things that just really drilled into you. And also, I finally got to one of them, because they did say God Spawn. There are actually, after an hour, you get to hear I added God words of becoming godlike. And then also I copied some Emma Frost words from the X-Men, so you can have her powers and abilities, her diamond, to add to your cool body armor effect of Spawn. You could create the diamond body armor effect. And some extra explode in psychic intuition and clairvoyant abilities. Another God sub. The original grounded core Earth all by itself as a hybrid in it. But, I don't actually say what kind of hybrid, just hybrid, because you're becoming a hybrid from being human to being Spawn. Because, Spawn, you're not your Spawn armor all the time, but you're still Spawn. Some cool speed, endurance words. This one is really cool. It's called I am multi-bred words. For your DNA, soul, mind, physiology. Then this one is good. Words that was made to be able to, adapt if you want to focus from one physiology to another safely, switching between different aspects of yourself to, whatever, access specific powers and abilities. Kind of long words there. Some embodiable willpower. More hand-to-hand combat, but this one is highly skilled master spy words. And I have there expert assassination words, all that kind of hacker. Some spiritual cleansing words again, rejecting and banishing and healing. Some more your beautiful face, radiate beautiful face, attractive magnetic energy, absolute condition words, accuracy, skills, godlike level of balance, some kissing words, short, godlike absolute condition words. And because you're a Spawn, I added some cool words about not needing to eat, not needing to drink or sleep or be hungry or in thirst. You're totally immune. Some person thinks you're evil for some scary reason, they throw some religious symbols at you. You're completely immune to them, they're not going to hurt you. You're completely immune to sunlight. You can walk during the day. As Spawn, you're not gonna, you can withstand exposure to direct sunlight. You get stronger during the daylight, you get stronger in the moonlight. You're free from bloodthirst, free from the need of drinking blood. All those kind of words. Some canine and back manipulation words, some shape-shifting words for you, some more telekinesis words, some more time manipulation words, the 4-element manipulation words, some shape-shifting words to help you shape-shift better. Some super soldier words from Captain America, basically. But it doesn't say Captain America. If you're still listening to this after an hour, that's amazing. You're still getting benefits because in this whole thing you're going to be listening to the James Bond sub. Some more martial arts words. And then I made my own awesome Master Subliminal that I will load by itself in time as a short version and a long. I can't do the long version because the long version I added music from people, and I just don't want Eli's page to get too many copyright claims and they get mad because I keep using known artist music in my videos. They just send you an email and they say so and so is claiming your music that you use. It's theirs. They're gonna monitor it. This is not a strike against your account, but we're telling you they're doing it. They're watching it now. Whatever. But hopefully they don't get too mad at you and say, okay, we had too many. We're gonna delete you now without telling you. Bogus crap. If that's why they deleted my page. But okay, yeah, I made an awesome melee master. If you don't know what melee means, it means any kind of weapons that you hold in your hands that's not a gun. Like a pencil, a stick, anything, any other weapon in your hand that's not a gun, pretty much. So I have all these cool descriptive words about fighting and dodging and being good at that I created. And then I added more words about it as being, you know, good with it. Your melee master power self, you know. I added those words in there. Grounded. Some more Master Spy, Black Widow words. Got in there. More the sub booster words. Gotta skip all those for a minute. Yep, still on sub booster words. Sub booster words. So you get in the booster words several times in this subliminal because it's in different subs. I always use it because it's so awesome. There's no way you can't get good results if you focus on these characters. Still skipping. Still skipping. Right. Also, with the angels, if you don't know about it, on supernatural shows they can heal people. But then I also had separate words for having healing hands that is more descriptive than what it says on any other sub that I've seen for healing hands. So I added that in there too. It's really descriptive about healing that I liked. So it's really cool. This adds an ability of yourself too. So like all these different abilities is not going to be using your necroplasm. You have different forms of powers that you can draw from and have. All your powers will not be derived from your necroplasm at Spawn. They are, you know, new abilities you're going to gain. Like having a psychic ability. The psychic ability is not drawn from necroplasm. But, you know, for Spawn in the comics, everything he does is derived from his necroplasm. Even one of the sites I was reading about Spawn, it said that over time, through the progress of some of the comics, some readers have said that they lack some, you know, some of the popularity of them are not as good as some of the other ones because over time Spawn is rigid with his powers and abilities because he ain't got a lot. There's no distinctive. As far as I know, there's no number that has been shown to how much life, essence of necroplasm Spawn has before he has no more necroplasm in his universe as different versions of him. But I know there's one version of him that's totally evil and awesome that I don't think he would have a end to his hell spawn power of necroplasm. So, and then there's more genius brain words again. You're gonna be super smart when you use this, like 80 more, super IQ, like Einstein. If you don't know who Eddie Moore is, look up a movie called Limitless. It's about this cool, awesome drug. No, it's not awesome if it's a drug, but what it does is it raises your IQ and how you can use your brain to understand and compute and understand your consciousness and your subconsciousness and your left and right brain and your whole 9 yards of your brain and how to use it. They don't go as far as Lucy does in the Lucy movie, but it's a good comparison. I could remake this whole Subliminal, be like Lucy in the Lucy movie instead of Eddie Moore, or I could say Lucy and Eddie Moore as a separate sub later on. But I have all these other words. You know, I could say any brilliant character name and put it in there. You know, I could have a whole list of characters and make it one big super brain person. I could even watch a video on YouTube of the smartest people in the Marvel universe, and then do another one, Marvel and DC universe, and put all those names in this one sub and have all the super brain power people, and then put real people in there of our reality and be like all of those people, and that's who you become from movies and reality. Smartness. That would be crazy. So then, more sharp wit words are in there. And I did have also a super awesome sub combo I made for men to be good with women in every possible way of love, romance, passion, and sex. To be able to be good with them and good with yourself, with a wife, a woman, a group of women, your girlfriend, a group of 3 to 10 sexy women. And that's actually one of the main lines. My girlfriend, my wife, or wives, a sexy woman, a group of 10 to 3 women, is repeated as words. And it says, trust me, feel me, want me, desire me, want to pleasure me, do what I say. And then there's another one, or being attract wealthy, sexy women. Become a love god by George Hutton. And then, another one, it's called I Am a God of Sex Words. Another one is Kino Mastery. If you don't know what Kino is, you could look that up. It's about being touching correctly and nicely and good in other kind of cool ways. This one is called Hypnotic Penis that I created. But it's also a sub from George Hutton. But I did not have the words for it. And so what I created was words by just listening to it. And I typed it down myself. And then changed it and added more words. So it's even better than his. And I did that with a few of his subs. Made version 2 and version 1 that I will add later over time that are really cool. And I don't want to read all the sex awesome description stuff. But there's also this neat one for a man to use. It's my friend I met online. I can read this whole crazy description. Are you ready? It's crazy. This file combines the affirmations of become a total sex god and transform your penis into a giant clitoris-like effect. Get a mega penis files along with some additions and improvements of the original affirmations that he made before. See the description of the previous 3 files for their specific effects. As a general summary, this file will give you, the listener, unlimited staying power, rock-hard erections, penis enlargement to their desired size in their erect state, extremely powerfully and overwhelming ejaculations, complete mastery of ejaculations and extreme sexual sensitivity, and the ability to have multiple full-body orgasms, or both the male and female variety, with great ease. It enables the listener to have both earth-shattering dry and explosive wet orgasms by provoking dry orgasms continually during sex simultaneously, while granting them the ability to hold back ejaculations indefinitely, while simultaneously increasing sexual tension and cum production with each dry orgasm that they have. The ejaculation reflex is delayed and does not occur while the listener is having a dry orgasm. But the moment they decide that they want to come, then the delay is removed and they explode blissfully with all the tension and semen that they have been building up. And the end result is the listener being able to swing back and forth between explosive male and female dry orgasms and explosive wet ones as they choose, with the ability to continue indefinitely to have a penis to giant clitoral affirmations with edging improvements. How does that sound? And that is a giant large description of words that he made. They're super awesome. And then over time I made my own version because I had a couple subs to do this, and I thought, well, hey, what if I made my own kind of version? Maybe that would taste good and work. I made a sub called Make Lots of Pre-Cum. And so, there we go. And as you know, there was a sub I called for Pussy Licking. There's a couple words about that in there. Some breast pleasure words from that other one you saw before. Pretty long words describing. And that one has booster words in it. So you have to pass all those booster words. More sharp wit, lucid dreamings, improving, focus, a miracle again. Alright, if you're still here, I have some cool bonuses that you didn't know about unless you read them in the Subliminal. I actually have words to be an awesome fighter like Achilles from the Greek myths. Nice big giant, not giant, but you know, if you type this out it would take you a good while, paragraph, 2, 4, depending on how big the paragraphs are, at least a good 20 to 40 paragraphs be broken apart a little bit. And then we got some Aquaman, because whoever's bad on the water is gonna be more bad on land. Because you can be all bad you want on land, but there's only so much land on Earth to hide on. There's more ocean to hide on. You can go out in the ocean, on top of the ocean, and under the ocean you're good, but you gotta be able to be good to survive on the ocean. So that's why I put in Aquaman. And I even have all the words to be, not all the words, but like words to be like Superman. But I did not add the word Superman in it at first. Let's see, are all in there? Superman gone? I did. I got rid of all the word Superman. And just have the base powers and abilities of Superman in there. This is not the super version of being this, but I did have a short version of becoming a Super Saiyan word, and I put that in there. It's even more awesome. Spawn. So this is the ultimate Spawn version. And one of my other good shows I like is Naruto. My nephew introduced me to, and my niece when she was into it too. So we got some of those powers and abilities in there. Some more master teleportation words. True self all by itself words. Immune to criticism. Become more dominant in thought. Being like, you know, being successful at your doing things, you know. Immune to self-doubt kind of words. And this one I added as a hybrid words. Just a hybrid then with the Spawn words in some words. In there. But this one is the one I was talking about before, of having yourself be a God version of Spawn, and an angel Spawn, a divine Spawn, a holy Spawn, a divine cosmic Spawn from God, and as a Spawn of God, a warrior Spawn of God, and a Hell Spawn that didn't sell your soul with the same body armor as Spawn, and you have perfect skin because you didn't sell your soul to Malosia hybrid. And then having some cool powers and abilities and skills and aspects of yourself and descriptive words. This sub itself is actually a combo morphed subliminal I dubbed into being like Spawn. And the original sub words was a hybrid of a celestial werewolf and then demon werewolf person. So in this sub words, you're actually having some like characteristical powers and abilities of a werewolf, but you're not having it say werewolf. So there's like some claw words and nail words that you can have, some flying words. Because it even says that the celestial god version of Spawn, and then hell Spawn. I didn't have to say demon Spawn. It's already just, hell Spawn and celestial is opposite of each other. And then it's got cool aspects of each side of yourself as being the good and the bad Hellspawn version. And I really only added the Hellspawn version is to have those aspects as powers, not to become a demon, because you're not going to become a demon in this. It's just having both sides of the light and the dark to have a party and master. This has specific powers and abilities only in that sub and characteristics. But in this one, it had words to turn somebody into somebody. So I created this. I don't know how this would work, or even why someone would, how this is gonna work, but it said, I wrote as, I can turn someone into a celestial, a god version of Spawn, and an angel Spawn, a divine Spawn, a holy Spawn, cosmic Spawn from God, and a warrior Spawn, and a hell Spawn that didn't sell your soul if they bite or scratch. And then you feed them your blood, and then they die, or you kill them, and then they come back to life, or they become Spawn after they drink your blood too, which I don't know how it will taste. But in this part of the sub, there's a different one talking about drinking your blood, and then they die at 11:11 p.m. if they don't die some other way. But I didn't write words that it's going to be a violent, painful death or anything like that. You're just going to go to sleep and die. Come back, have an awesome experience as a dream, I'm sure, and die and wake up as yourself again and be like, what happened? And you don't read the words and know about it. But then I also had it as that you have to have the person's permission. You can't just spike somebody's drink and be like, oh, you're now my next version of a Spawn, and you didn't even know it. You have to have the permission to do that. And it's got some words about being a benevolent person, good version. More being warrior god, some words. Actually, did I change that one? Yeah, I did. I did make one version of the warrior of God as being the warrior of Spawn God with the warrior of God. It still says God alone, but then it's got parts that say the power of God and the Holy Spirit. That's a descriptive one. And then it's got some more abilities, characteristics of yourself that can be improved. This one is really cool. It's got called Unlimited Faith and Belief. That was really cool. Help you have a more understanding of your faith and belief in yourself and God and all the words that it says in it. Different kind of things about faith and wealth and abundance. Being strong and manifesting. It's not just about faith in God, it's about all other aspects. There's a good amount of words in there too. Limiting beliefs, strength increases, about running some speedster words, agility words, being flexible. There's a sub word in there. I put absolute condition of my own kind of words from George Hutton. I made a version 2, being indestructible, strong mind, some adrenaline words, awesome adrenaline words. Let's see, relentless ambition, telekinetic powers, infinite willpower words, massive testosterone words, travel the world, endless adventures words that you easily learn and speak new languages. You keep getting better while I travel. I make friends everywhere. I get paid while I relax. The world is my neighborhood. Hundreds of cities. You get paid while you vacation. People pay you to go on vacation. It's a really neat one. Picking up women words. Some more. Oh, here we go. Yep. In the video, when you're watching it, yes, there is Thor words in this. You become like Thor with more than one source of Thor. There's the Thor words that Eli made, which I'm looking at right now, that are really cool. And in the video, you see the 9-minute video that I just uploaded of the Thor sub I made. And those have God words inside my Thor sub in it also. It's like 4 or 5 different subs on becoming a God. And later on, I will specifically make a sub called Become a God. And we'll have all those in there, and boosters and characteristics of becoming an awesome person as a God, without being a vampire or a werewolf or any other kind of character, just a God. So that's all. My words of Thor are in there too, but are really cool. I didn't make any Thor words to have the hammer, and that was really cool to have the words that Eli had, because he had words to be the hammer. I actually did not have any of those in there, but I had everything else possible to be like Thor. So I imagine that once you had all those other powers activated, you would have a Mjolnir and create it, or make it yourself. Because unless you found someone to make you a magical, awesome hammer. And then, the Thor sub I made has all the booster words in it again, and a whole bunch of awesome, body improvement words of how good you are at everything. And you're magic, you're a wizard, you're timeless, infinite, you're an almighty, another master of kinesis, sub words, warrior god words, 2 god words. Here is a cool sub I created myself because I thought it was awesome to do. It's called a Master Smith Forger. And no, I don't mean copying people's names. I mean a real Master Smith Forger creates weapons and anything out of metal and a forge with heat and hammer and tools and everything else that takes to create knives, swords, shields, armor, axes, spoons, forks, fire pits, houses, framework, detailed inlining, making a tang. You know, you gotta make your tang, and you gotta make sure, you know, maybe think about being a blacksmith. So it's got all those descriptive words I could think of by watching a cool show called Forged in Fire competition show that they go around, you know, the different areas. I think maybe they go to different areas sometimes, but most of the time people come to them and they make different daggers or knives the best in a certain amount of time, and then they break it down and beam against 2 versus 2 to make a cool large weapon, and whoever makes it the best after so many days at home, they come back and present their weapon and test it, and then they win. Whoever wins money. And you learn everything about being a blacksmith on the show. It's cool. So a whole bunch of abilities. Skip a bunch of words. Skip a bunch of words. Alright, after an hour and 41 minutes, we are finally at part 2 of the Subliminal Words. I actually had to make in a separate file because each one was too big to fit as one file. But most of this I don't have to keep. Most of it is copying and pasting other powers and abilities that I can skip most of it, so I don't have to go through all of it, and it'll be pretty quick for this part 2. Maybe just a half an hour. Alright, so I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but Spawn's armor that he has from hell is considered a symbiote. So yeah, if you didn't know that, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that until I was watching some videos about Spawn. But what they say about his armor, like for his powers and abilities, they kind of just coincide, and not that. And you know it, he can make the chains, and he's got the cape, and stuff like that. It's really not that powerful, but yet the cape is more powerful. But the armor, you know, it can do some kind of spikes, and it's not the armor though, it's Spawn. So having the armor is just more of looks, kind of Spawn. So I thought it would be better and cooler if Spawn symbiote was the same as Venom. Yeah. So in my Subliminal, your symbiote armor is exactly like Venom and Carnage. And later on, I will be making a Venom Subliminal, a Carnage Subliminal, and then just for fun, a combo of both to have, just because you can. So you don't have to listen to each Subliminal. If you just want to be one or the other, you can just use one or the other. So, if you don't know, he's got special digestion. He's got oxygen filtration. He's got power cloning with the symbiote. You know, he can jump on a different superpower people and clone their powers and keep it. Acidic saliva. He's got the ability to help you regrow your limbs. Camouflage, of course. And it didn't mention this anywhere that I saw reading about Spawn. That Venom has pen and stare immunity. But I would imagine that Spawn already has that too, because Spawn has fought Ghost Rider. And I believe it didn't work. But it didn't say that anywhere as a power. But it has no effect on your symbiote as well. Telepathic resistance. Spontaneous weapon creation more. Cancer treatment. Hearing the voice of the universe or as God. Existing independent of the host, so your armor can jump off of you if you need it to. Like in the movie. It's everything that Venom has. Tracking. Creating pocket dimensions. Body chemistry manipulation. Bonding with anything. Your symbiote can bond with anyone. Just like in the movie, he jumps from a dog to a person. Instantly, really quick. It's weird, kind of cool how instantly they could do it, and then sometimes it takes time to jump out from Spawn. I mean, not from Spawn, but from Eddie to another person. Or it just like, in the beginning, just passes through people super fast and easy just by touching. There's a power that you might not know about, that it was not in the movie yet. It's called surfing the web. They can actually digitize themselves somehow and travel inside a computer world. I'm not sure how they'll incorporate and correlate being Spawn, but it's pretty cool. If you don't want to teleport somewhere, just be like, yo, here's my phone. Alright, let's type in Jamaica, jump in my phone, and then before I totally teleport through the phone, I'm going to grab my phone and hopefully it rides through the system with me, or I just buy a burn phone. I have a bunch of burn phones everywhere somewhere, just drop that burn phone and travel through burn phones. Try to catch me now. Catch my signal. And then, as you know, they can do asexual reproduction if they want to, of making other symbiote creatures like Carnage and Scream and all those other crazy ones that are in the comics. Strong parasitic inheritance, super strength, genetic memory, hive mind, and even DSP, some spider senses, some Spider-Man kind of powers. Morphinage, merge with objects, like your car in the movie, or your bike. Body storage, that's a good one. Cosmos communication. And the symbiote can sprout wings and fly, so you can have angel wings and awesome symbiote wings. Humanoid form, that's separate. You can have its own humanoid independent form. Wall crawling abilities. And then some more awesome organs and balancing of your body. Booster words. Abominable will. Alright, this next sub area is called a new creation of something from the role-playing game Rifts. But I adapted it to work for Spawn. So it's lined and changed to be a Cyber Knight, like the one of the armor symbiote, like a divine Cyber Knight version of Spawn, and the Cyber Knight armor, and Cyber Knight symbiote of God, and God the Spawn. From God as the armor symbiote, Spawn of God, and Warrior of God. The armor symbiote, Cyber Knight, that you are now have every day faster and faster to manifest in you, part of you, never known to man, you know, those words all again. And because it was made with the base words of the character to be like, it has all those words in it. But what's special about being a Cyber Knight that you didn't know from the other video, because I don't know if you saw that video, it's a long one too, is that a Cyber Knight from that game is called a Cyber Knight because, yes, cyber means electronics, or robots, or electronics, cybernetics, short for cybernetics. For most part, that people know the word cyber from. So there is a aspect of them like that. But it's different than being just that. Because of the way they become a Cyber Knight is a whole process of becoming one. Because all the character classes in the games are you have to go to a special school, and you learn teachers and masters. You're not necessarily a school, just whatever character you are, you get in first level training to be like them. And basically they're kind of like a Jedi, in short, except they're not Force users. And they don't use lightsabers. They don't create a lightsaber device or weapon. They don't create it. It's not mechanical lightsaber. And like the Jedi, they're into being spiritual kind of people, but they're also about being knights. And so for them, being a knight is they have the whole knight code, Cyber Knight code of honor, being like them, the old King Arthur knights, kind of like how they were awesome to people and stuff like that. They're the iconic symbol of a protector knight kind of person. And there's part that's like the Jedi for their powers is through psychic abilities. So their weapons that they create is called a PSI sword, a psychic sword, like Psylocke in the Marvel comic world, just like her. Except with further training in that field, you can create two swords, or giant sword, a samurai sword, whatever design of a sword or weapon you want to have shape as. You can use your energy to create the form you want your sword to be like over time as you master it. And you can create a shield of your own design over time. And the way that they get their armor in the game is through meditation and a special way. You know, it is not. It's skin grafted to them, but in the game, it's like a skin graft kind of like thing to them. But hold on, let me see if I could look it up real quick. Hold on, I'll pause this. I don't know, I was trying to open it on my PDF app and it was just being stupid, saying some crap about downloading the book again. I already have the book, so and it froze on me. But basically, the armor is alive. It's got nanobots inside of it. It repairs itself and it gets stronger over time. And you can fold it out and unfold it out like Colossus, pretty much. And you can make it look any way you want. So if you like whatever kind of Destiny character with armor, or Iron Man, or the different medieval Spawn toys they have, you know, whatever kind of armor design you want, it will create for you as you fold it out over your body. And it repairs itself all by itself through the food you eat or whatever nutrients, you know, it lives off of and exists through you. The symbiote body armor of Spawn. It even says that online, that as the symbiote of Spawn's armor, it feeds off of Spawn's body like the one Venom and Carnage is like. But mine is cleansed, divine version of a symbiote. So you don't have a evil symbiote trying to control you to become some evil Carnage person. And when you start manifesting your symbiote. And the armor is bioelectric. So it does have that function. And what that means is that the cyber armor, you know, has its own absolute combat awareness. And it will know the very instant you are targeted by some computer or any device or gun locks on the moment you fall into the crosshairs of a gun. When a trigger is about to be squeezed, when an enemy does it, you feel it and you will know it. Through the electromagnetic, kinetic, biokinetic awareness. And then you can cloud the targeting systems so they'll not be able to detect you, and to negate any built-in systems of any electronic devices or systems. That's the awesome ability of the Cybernetics. Very hard to take down. And they have various psychic abilities to help them fight. They have all of them. All these cool psychic abilities in the book, and abilities that you will get to have. And we have, you know, the Scarlet Witch sub-words are in here. And Emma Frost words are in here. So you'll be a super psychic person like them. No, the Telekinesis words. And I gotta scan through a bunch of words again super fast. Oh, here we go. I got the next surprise for you. Like I said before, I made a master spy secret agent James Bond, and just like a cyber knight Spawn god guy. for this part, I just kept in the Cybernite part. Just so it sounded cooler and cool, 2 versions of words. But the Cybernite words do not say the Hell Spawn. It only has that Hell Spawn in that one hybrid sub-words. So then it's got a bunch of those James Bond words to be like James Bond. I think that's the last sub I added. So we could be almost done. Let's see. Now, next I will be talking about the video itself. As you also, it has dragon affinity words in it, and griffin affinity words in it. And giant affinity words in it. Oh, I can't use that anymore. 80 more words. Oh, yeah, giant words. Griffin. What was the other? There's Griffin and where is that one? Giant, Griffin, Dragon. Shoot. And that is it for the sub though. It's Griffin. Centaur. There you go. That's why you don't really remember centaur off the tip of your tongue easy. So you got a centaur. That's everything in the sub. But in the video there are subs also too. There is Thor. The very second video in the video is a chant, music, healing from my friend Ian. That will help you get faster results as you listen to the long version. If you keep listening to the long version after I make a short one. And after him, there is the booster video. Is in that. Yes, let's see. I need to use this. And there is other angel subs in the video also. And there's a cosmic Herald Thor subliminal in the form of rain. And Rune Thor in the video. Alright, open it up on my phone. I added the song for the Chuck Norris and Van Damme and Steven Seagal rap because it was a funny song and kind of reminded me of Spawn. And all those situations too would be like that. You know, imagine him saying Spawn in all those circumstances. I could totally see Spawn acting like those ways, or different even. And after that song, you see some fireworks, and that's actually real fireworks from outside my house with my nephews and nieces. Their New Year's or 4th of July. And then you have my Thor sub for 9 minutes. Eli's Thor sub 2 different times. It's got cool music he chose for those. Those are awesome. I'll probably use one of those ones for my short version of Thor. It's got a light angel, awesome light angel sub with the light. See the big white light wings as a picture. And then it's another angel one, another cool one I had in there, and I finally put in some Spawn pictures in there at like 52 minutes. Everyone probably was like, dang, is this a Spawn sub? I don't see no Spawn pictures. And the music you hear with the Spawn music pictures is one of the angel subs also. And then there is also a song that has just lightning in it. That is a Thor picture. It is like one of the coolest thunderstorms I ever heard in a clip. It's not too crazy sounding, you know, you're not like, oh my gosh, is that person alive? Are they still alive? That was some crazy thunder sound. Can't believe they are there. But the thunderstorm is pretty consistent, and it sounds at a good flow. It sounds nice to listen to. Eli did pick one. There's one Eli sub in there. It's an Archangel Subliminal. It's not on his page anymore. I'll probably upload that again. I don't know what the words were. And I do have some words from Eli, but only a few. And then I have asked him before, he had some words. Those are the ones he gave me, but he said that he doesn't have all of his words anymore. Before. Or he didn't know where they were, and he didn't have it. But those were the ones he shared to me before. There is a picture with Dracula. I put that one in there because it was supposed to be the intro song for the soundtrack, and it sounds really cool, but you can't hear it over the booster video I added. But then I just kept it because the wing, his cape looks cool, like Spawn. And just so you know, when you listen to my friend Ian's video, I added all of those pictures and I made this video for him. And I had to add his voice, the second file, in there, and I had to like move it left and right on the second bar line to make sure and see how if I could make it sound like it does there. It took a minute, or it took a while, you know, to find the right second to start it. It took a minute. Otherwise it sounded really weird a few times. And I had already most of 99% of all the words you see in that video I had already. But then some of them I had to download and find. And I wanted to match the best I could everything he was saying with a picture. And that took a long time to do, because I had to listen to it over and over and over, and look at all my pictures over and over and over, and just try to pick the best ones, and then add it to my app. And that is the rundown of the Spawn Subliminal. And it only took us over 2 hours to listen to. Yes. Thank you for listening to this video. I hope you guys can realize why I don't make a description for my videos, because there's so much words in them. And they're all having almost the same kind of words, and hopefully you'll understand and everyone can listen to this all the way through and share any comments about the Spawn Subliminal all together, or the template I made. Or any other questions, and hopefully when I have this playing as a premiere, you guys will actually talk to me or share a comment about it. Alright. In case you've never went to You've's page, You've Subliminals, and read